This is supposedly a fake ABLOY 362 padlock that I bought off eBay. I paid just under €65 for this in brand new condition, described by seller. It was bought from a Armley surplus store in the UK. I think they were advertising for about €45 or 50 or £50 or something like that, but it was free shipping. This was pre-Brexit at the time, so there was no tariffs or anything like that I had to pay. And it is by far my favourite padlock that I own. The only other CEN 6 rated padlock that I own would be the Squire SS80CS padlock that I own. I haven't got that with me today, but I have the smaller 50 here. I've never even used this. This was given to me for free, but you can basically imagine that's just a scaled up version. But the ABLOY is just so much better in every single way, especially the cylinder that's in here, the Protect 2 cylinder. Just absolutely butter smooth. I even had to change my Squire on the SS80CS because it actually froze and broke, so I had to stick the key in and get a pliers and then undo it because it was just completely frozen. I had to go to Squire and order a NW4 keyway because it was just only like €30 or something like that I paid, and it was really easy to change. But even then, even with the NW4 keyway cylinder, whatever you want to call it, compared to the Protect, it's nowhere near as smooth. It comes with obviously the box. There's the number there, so it's PL362T. Apparently this is one of the newer models because the older models had boron printed onto the shackle itself, whereas this does not. Comes with two keys. I'll show you that now. This is what the Protect 2 key looks like. Comes with two keys. Comes with this plastic cover that you're able to take off if you'd like. I just leave it on because it's just easier. It just gives you more surface area when you're turning the lock itself. And it comes with the key card, so if you lose any keys you have to go to your ABLOY dealer or ABLOY online and they just replace it for you, just like ABUS and all that kind of things, you know, pretty standard all around. But yeah, super smooth keyway. Just goes in. There you go. You see you have your two big ball bearings there at the side, so it's a very secure padlock. You have to cut the shackle twice in order to remove the chain, which I have a 22mm chain. I think it's a Square 22mm chain, and I'd say it's easier to go through the 22mm chain, even though this is, I think it's a 15mm shackle. I know the Square one's bigger, but it's probably more awkward to cut with a angle grinder because it has these shackle guards at the sides, which is really good. So I always recommend getting that instead because it's just more material to cut with an angle grinder, which is probably going to be the main attack with these kind of locks. I'll compare it to a real padlock that I know it's real because I bought it from ABLOY, an ABLOY dealer here. The only difference is, now this is probably due to difference in models and all that kind of stuff, but obviously this isn't the same model. This is 330. Has a classic ABLOY classic cylinder, I think it's called. It's basically like a half moon shaped. Get the light on that. It's basically just like a half moon shaped cylinder. It's not the best. Maybe one day I'll replace it. But the only difference is that the ABLOY lettering and Finland and the model number is actually stamped onto the padlock itself, whereas on these 362s, and apparently this is all factory as far as I know anyways, that they're lasered directly onto the padlock itself. And like I said, the newer 362s don't have boron stamped onto the shackle itself. But apart from that, that's all I can really say. What's the brand on this? There's Babcock, is it? Babcock or something like that. But that's it there. So it's from an Army surplus shop that deals with all that kind of stuff. And it's a really nice padlock in general. Much better than my ABUS, much better than my Squire that I own. Absolutely no corrosion. This thing stays outside all its life in rain, sun, snow, the whole lot. and this travels with me as well, because another reason why I bought this, even though I had the Squire SS80, which is a much bigger padlock than this, is that it's a full kilo, around a full kilo anyways, lighter. So it's just more portable when you're carrying around like a 16mm chain. I use a 16mm chain when I'm out on the road, just because I can't carry, you know, 22mm chains, just, you know, way too heavy. And I used to use, I think it was a Magnum padlock or something like that, but it wouldn't fit my new chain, the 16mm chain that I bought, so I had to buy the Squire. Then the Squire kind of was a bit ropey with its quality, and then I found these online for a really good price, and compared to the ones that you could buy from genuine dealers, they were like minimum €150 all the way up to like €330, and then if you want to get keyed alike and all that kind of stuff, you're looking at mad prices like €500 for 2 padlocks. It's just crazy, whereas this only cost me €60 shipped to my door. As far as I'm concerned, with the box and the keys and all that kind of stuff, and the actual card itself, it's genuine. I don't see why it's not. If it is fake, it's obviously really good quality fake, but I don't think it is, because I don't think anybody's faking the cylinder and faking the actual body of the padlock itself. There's, you know, no corrosion on it at all, no inferior quality of materials. It's the exact same pretty much material as the genuine, as far as I know, genuine ABLOY padlock. And that's all I can really say. If you can find them, I'd say absolutely go ahead and buy them. They are much better than the Squire padlocks. Even with the upgraded NW4 core, it is a lot better. It's a lot smoother. It mightn't be as good as in physical protection, because even this 50 here, you can see it's nearly like the same thickness as the 362, and obviously the 80 has, I think it's a 16mm shackle, whereas this is a 15. So you know, physical attacks and everything like that, the Squire 80 will probably be better than the 362. But I don't think anybody, even with a 22mm chain or a 16mm chain, it's probably going to be a lot easier just to go through the chain itself. If you ever need to cut it off, or if a thief tries to cut it or whatever, you know, they're not going to go through the padlock itself. I'd even recommend not even going for the 362 and just going for the 342, I think it's called, which is like the 50. It's just scaled down version than the 362. It's like the step below this model. I think there's another one called the 50, 352 or something like that it's called. And then there's obviously ones you can get that don't have the shackle guards, but I always recommend having the shackle guard, because just, you know, angle grinders and all that gives it a lot less surface for you to actually cut the shackle. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a really good padlock. Definitely my favourite padlock that I own, CN6 rated padlock. As far as I'm concerned, it's all real and genuine. The key card and all that kind of stuff as well that it comes with, and the 2 keys and the plastic kind of covers that come over the keys, they're all pretty much genuine to me. Even compared to its little brother here, it's pretty much identical materials. I can't see any difference. The only difference as well is that this part here is like chrome, like finished, like smooth, whereas on the 362 is like coarse. Again, could be little hints that it's fake, could be little hints that it's real, I don't know. But that's all I can say. Thanks.